Hi there, I'm Andy Hillier, and today I'm going to teach you how to play Davy Jones' theme from the Pirates of the Caribbean. I've done a cover version, go and check that out. We've got loads to get through. Just before I teach you it, though, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier, if you could give me the like button, the thumbs up, that'd be amazing. Leave me some comments in the comment section, let me know where in the world you're from, if you enjoyed it, and any song requests, songs that you want me to do, put them in the comments, I'll try and do them for you. And if you like what I'm doing and you want to support me, I've got a Patreon account, I'll put a link in the description down below. I put the tabs on this so you can print them off at home, and it just helps support my channel. Okay, so we've got lots to get through, let's do it bar by bar. Bar 1 sounds like this. So for that we're playing D3 and B3 at the same time, then G2, then take your fingers off and play the open G and the open E string. So bar 1 goes. Bar 2 we hold E1 and G2 at the same time and play the D string. And then you're going to play just a G2 on its own, and then E3 and B5 at the same time. So bar 2 goes. So bars 1 and 2 together go. Into bar 3, first finger barred across the 5th fret from the A string downwards, and second finger on B6. I've also got my third finger on D7, ready for the next hit. So we play the A string, the B string and the E string at the same time, and then the D7, and then E8, E6. So bar 3 goes, and then we go back to that same shape in bar 4 that we had in bar 3, and play the A string, the B string and the E string, and then the D string on the 7th fret afterwards. So that's bar 4. So bars 3 and 4 go. Bar number 5, we've got that same shape again, and you play the same idea, and then we play E6 and B8 at the same time. So bar 5 goes. And then we're going to bar our first finger in bar number 6. We're going to bar. So your first finger's across the 8th fret across all the strings. Play the E string, the B string, and the E string at the same time. Then A10, E10, B11. So bar 6 goes. Then we go back to this, which is a D minor shape that we've played in bars 3, 4, 5. So same idea. Then play E3 and B5. Then into bar 8, we do that same idea. So you'll see this shape pretty much all the way through in bars 3, 4, 5, 7 and 8. So that's the same idea. First finger barred, second finger on the B6, third finger on the D7. Okay, so let's try the first line really slowly. Here it comes. Okay, so that's the first line. On to the second line. Bar 9, first finger on E6, third finger on B8, and you play the open G string as well. Then G7, E8 and B8 at the same time. So bar 9 goes. Bar 10, you've got the D string, E5 and B6 at the same time. And then D7, then G7 and B6 at the same time. So bar 10 goes. Into bar 11, we've got D2, E3 and B5 at the same time. Then the G string. Just got to make sure you get out of the way of that. And then, or you could take your fingers off. And then play A6, A4 and E6 at the same time. And then E5. So bar 11 goes. And in bar 12 we've got open D string, G7 and B6 at the same time. Then D7 and G7 to finish that bar 12. So you got. And then into bar 13. A3, we've got G5 and B5 at the same time. D2 and then G5. So you got. And bar 14, A3 and G2 at the same time. Then D2, then E. So bar 14. And bar 15, we play B3 and G2 at the same time, and then play a D3. So it goes. And bar 16 is the same as bar 15. So let's try the whole of that line really slowly. Here it comes. And then when you get to there, you repeat back and play the first line and the second line again. So that's that kind of music boxy idea at the beginning of the song. And then it comes in with like the kind of the organ and the strings and stuff. These next two bars I've got, well, they sound like this. So for that I'm playing D, D2, D, D2, D3, D2, so bar 17. And bar 18 is D, D2, D3, G2, G, and then D2, so bar 18. So bars 17 and 18 together. Then this is like kind of the big organ part. We're going to play in bar 19, D string, and then D2 and low E, then E1 and D3, E1 and D5, E5 and D7 at the same time, and then go to A3, G5, A1 and G3, open A and G2, and then D. So let's just quickly play bars 19, 20, 21 and 22. You've got okay, and then from bar 23 we've got the open A string and D2 at the same time, A1 and D3, A1 and G3, A in bar 24, A3 and G5, A5 and G7, down to A1 and G3, open A and G2, E3 and D5, and then open A and G2 at the same time. So let's just play bars 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 and 26. So just miss out the first two bars. So we've got okay, on to the next line. It's continuing on this sort of idea, all like playing these octaves. We've got A1 and G5, A3 and G5, open A and G2, and then E1 and D3, E3 and D5, A1 and G3, open A and G2, E and D3 at the same time, then just an open D on its own. So let's just play bars 27, 28, 29 and 30. And then in bar bar 30, we've got open E and D2 at the same time. A3, A, E and D2 at the same time. And then you've just got D string open. So let's play bars 31, 32, 33 and 34. Okay, on to the next line. This is the key change. Starts off on A2, then A4, D, D2 with a low E in the bass, then D4 with E2 in the bass, D7 with E5, D5 with E5, E3, D4 with E2, and then A2 on its own. So the first 4 bars of that line go. Bar 39, got E2 and D4, E3 and D5, A and D, G2, A2 and G4, E3 and D5, E2 and D4, open E and D2, back to E2 and D4. Let's play bars 39, 40, 41 and 42. To the next line, bar 43, we've got E3 and D5, A and G2, E3 and D4, and then D string on its own, then open E and D2, E3, D5, E2, D4, open D on its own, A2 on its own. So the first 4 bars of that line go. 47, we've got A4, A, E2, A4, A2, A2, so that's probably the easiest bit. So let's do 47, 48, 49 and 50. On to the next line, we've got another key change and it plays E4, A1, A2, A4, D1, D4, D2, D1, then E4. So the first 4 bars of that line go. And then we go from bar 55, D1, D2, D4, G1, D2, D1, A4, D1. So let's play 55, 56, 57, 58. Okay, on to the next page if you've printed it out from my Patreon account. Next line, which is bar 59. We play D2, D4, D1, A2, A4, D2, D1, A2, E4. Let's play the first 4 bars of that line. Then we're playing A1, E2, D1, A1, E4, E4. So let's play 63, 64, 65 and 66. Okay, and then on to the last section. We're going to play, it sort of slows down, so the rest of that section sort of speeds up a bit, and then this end bit should slow down a bit. We play the D and the B strings at the same time, D4, and then D2 and B2 at the same time. So bar 67 goes. And then we're going to play D3 and D4 and B3 at the same time, then D4 on its own, E and B2 at the same time. So bar 68 goes. Bar 69, we've got E2 and B3, D4, E5, E3, then E2 and B3 at the same time in bar 70, then D4. So let's play the first 4 bars of that line. We've got bar 70, E2 and B3 at the same time, then D4, then E3 and B5 at the same time, E5 and B5 at the same time in the next bar, 72, then D2, E7, E3, into the next bar, 73, we've got E2 and B3, D4, E and B2, E2 and B3 and D4. So let's play 71, 72, 73 and 74. Okay, on to the last line. We've got E3 and B5 at the same time. Then open B, E5 and B5, E2 and B3, D4, then G4 and B3 at the same time. Into bar 77, we've got open E, B2 and D2 at the same time. Then a D2, E2, oh sorry, E3 then E2. So bar 77 goes. Into bar 78, we've got B3 and G4 at the same time. Then D4 and then G4. So bar 78 goes. Let's play the first 4 bars of that line. Bar 79, you've got B2, A4, G2, D4, A4, B4, and then just finishing off on B string and D4 at the same time in bar 81 and the same in 82. So let's play the last 4 bars. We've got and that's the whole song. Well, hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier, I'd really appreciate that. If you want the tabs for this, I've put it on my Patreon account. I've set it at $1 a month. Hopefully that's accessible to everyone. So you can go and print that off from there. Don't forget to give me the like, subscribe to the channel, I've said that already, and comments. Let me know what songs you want to learn. Put it in the comment section. Also, let me know where in the world you're from, if you've enjoyed it, if you've hated it, if I've gone too fast, too slow. Give me some feedback. Thanks for watching this, I do appreciate it. I've been Andy Hillier and I'll see you next time.